Assalamu alaikum. Hey, what's going down, everybody? I say peace, shalom, and assalamu alaikum. Hey, what's going on? Everybody, I say peace, shalom, and assalamu alaikum. As we keep it moving and groove, Abdul Mumin back on the same day from the House of Queens. Doing what I got to do, BK, all day, BX Webster. Big shout out to Manhattan on Money Maker Manhattan also. As we take the NYC and put it and make it break to all you could be, I'm now reading the Psalms as I'm coming into my season. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a way. Everybody got a way to do what they got to do. Just hold on and don't hurt nobody when you get there. And when you get there, be truthful to what? Yourself, because guess what? You, me, and it, we are all one. You see it as we take it and move and groove and use love as our primary force to smother the love around the world. Hallelujah. And we can say hallelujah. We can say praise the Lord. We can say thank you, Isa. Thank you, Jesus, for your contribution. We can say all the prophets from Emmanuel to Isaiah to Sayer, and then we can go out of the books and we can recognize those people that need help in the 7 churches. It's many things going on as we move and groove. Big shout out to the doctor. Big shout out to the doctor of the BK, Dr. DK, BK, Dr. York. Big shout out to what we call Doc York. Big shout out to the Love Doctor. It's many doctors in the house because doc only means to take out as we take out and put in, build and destroy, keeping you where you need to be at. Some people are made of plastic and some people are not real. So let's just keep it moving. As we move and groove, as I teach you the things that I want to do, I'm going to first come out and bring this track out here. It's one of my tracks that I want to bring to you. And I'm going to see if I can pull it up on here, right here, right here, right here, right here. You know what I'm saying? It's all G. All G. It's all G in the hood. It's all G in the hood. You got the sister, brother song. Somebody else got it. That's not it. Let's take it to the next. Let's take it to the next. Let's do this. Sometimes you have to be smart in the computer. See what they come up with now. They got to come up with me. Mm-hmm. Here you go. Let's see if we come up with this one here. This is the one I want you to hear, okay? Check this one out. That wasn't this. I guess this is it right here. This is it. And then that dream, little black boys and little black girls, little white boys and little white girls, and rocking out to the useless station as simulation called house now. From the mountains of Georgia to the hilltops of Tennessee, whippers and wild, keep up alive, keep up alive. Real big, big, bigger. Back, back, back up. We'll be about the 9 o'clock. Science won't have to make it this week. Thinking, brother, I'm over here. They gave the honor introduction to me. I came to pay, my name is Wally. Each one of the vocals is sweet, sweet, sweet. Versus a bomb, this bomb is very serious. By the name of Lord, I can't be beat. Hello, I'm preaching teacher, I preached in the West. Ran through the fire, fast to sweet test. When you was with the mic, I wonder what we say. If it is so good, listen to practice way. Yes, but kicking the beat that's in tune to soul. From my raw heritage that was put on the whole. Now we left the mic, universal live. Don't hand us, go down around the way down. See, we let you get past it with the people that we do. One time, you know what's coming through. Now we're kicking up all the righteous girls in the world. You take time to place and learn how to care for our preachers' sake. And victorious nation. Hallelujah. Peace and all. Assalamu alaikum. Sister, sister, brother, brother. Learn to live with one another. Sister, sister, brother, brother. Learn to live with one another. Sister, sister, brother, brother. Learn to live with one another. Sister, sister, brother, brother. All over the world, yes, from coast to coast. This is one time when the woman composed. Righteousness comes at many degrees, and every denomination will have very pleased. So you can play in the church, the temple, the masjid. One thing for sure should never be hid. The bar, the restaurant, the jeep, and the cars, on the dance floor, whatever they are. Now it took some time to get the message to you, but the big shit words yes are also true. You never complain to do what you got to do here. The message companion and educated too. That's right, righteous and international, my friend. Around the world, yes, from end to end. Around the way, girl, what you trying to do? A righteous girl can stay A's in school. Say, sister, sister. Learn to live with one another. Sister, sister. With one another. Sister, sister, brother, brother. Sister, sister, brother, brother. A standing cold green, intellect shout to all the righteous queens. Number 19, over and above. Working with the spirit of the heavenly dove, and we're checking in all over the world. Recognize beautiful, righteous girls. Cause we see it, but we're not deaf, don't apply. See the ministry to do your real special time. You're the best in the world, gorgeous, righteous girl. Living for peace, yes, throughout the world. You're a reflection of the light that's calling forth. Submitted to the man, yes, of your choice. You help build the wrong nation all the time. And no selfishness with the highest state of mind. Giving all to the children, backbone to the nation. Never claiming the pain, you're grace and safe. Intellectual when it needs to be, and very sexy when the light is green. Sister, sister. Learn to live with one another. Learn to live with one another. Learn to live with one another. Learn to live with one. Your sweet manifestation of power and might. With your pride, stride as you carry the light. Paving the way for our future's sake. A mother with love and very great. Motivate, stimulate, renew your love with your high marks from the heavens above. White glove inspection, cool as can be, virtuous and very happy. You recognize the condition of this land and you still choose to live our life to plan. You will have no fear from any harm. You let y'all see as we carry on, well disciplined, and that's no lie. And to all the world, yes, we testify. Congratulations, because righteousness is true. And this rap is dedicated to all of you. House Rock Rock, congratulations to the best, to the maidens in the north, south, east, and west. House Rock unity on top of the world. You are one and we really care. With that special beat, Giving our girls just the righteous treat. So something to the future. House five to live. House five to the next. We don't take no job. We appreciate the dignity that you live by. And of course, if I come to you with our righteous tie, we dedicate this record to be all yours. Righteous girls. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. And this rap is dedicated to all of you. House Rock congratulations to the best who remains at the lake, south, east, and west. House Rock music on top of the world. You are all every village, yeah. House Rock music with that special beat. Giving our girls just the righteous treat. To the future. House Rock's alive. House Rock's connection, we don't take no job. We appreciate the dignity that you live by. And of course, with our culture and our righteous life. We dedicate this record to be all yours. The righteous girls. Yeah, peace out. That's it. I just wanted you to see that. That's Righteous Girls by Skate Master Spark, Doc York, and the Love Man, Doc Love, actually. And basically, Wally 76, he was on there. He featured in that particular track too. I just wanted you to see that right there. Everybody's rocking with the beat, but I put my other name in. Yeah, everything. Just to see what this is. Just to see what's going down. You know, we're gonna get the foundation. The foundation is very important. Okay, this right here. Let's see it. Okay. It says Good Skaters Club. This is a good thing, you know. Brought to you by there you go. That's me again. So we're gonna make a splash in this thing, but I'm gonna get the foundation down really quick. Not quick, but I want to put the foundation down. We have a lot of things to do. This is the book of Psalms. It's written by a lot of Caribbean Rastafarians. Reason being that we're talking about David from the line of Jesus, and that whole line, when they talk about the family, they talk about the bloodline, and it's like two different bloodlines. So this particular bloodline is talking about the bloodline from the father's side. And the father's side is dealing with what they call Eli, or exalted. That was exalted by his creator who grew him, which was his mother, which is Mary. Now, before Jesus' time, they had something that was called Hail Mary, full of grace. And when Constantine the Great, 325 AD, along with all his people that he put together to bring forth and embrace the teachings of the disciples, which was considered to be Essenes, you know, who spoke Galilean, and they went around the world doing things. And then Paul came and his other disciples that we'll talk about, and they made change to it so it can be embraced by other people. Okay, so now the thing is that those people who was truly the rulers, those people who truly was in place to take this, they just got swept to the side by those who had a rare disease called leproma. Leproma was leprosy. Leprosy is a thing where basically you have many ailments. Okay, this is the reason why today they have what they call health issues. The main thing is the health issue. The main thing is health, and then from that health, it went to stem cells. It went to stem cells and health, and the reason why it went to stem cells is because of the graftation that they did to oneself, to take and try to make themselves superior by trying to make the recessive gene superior or try to alter nature. And this altercation of nature led to what they call graftation, or they call it eugenics, then it went to genetics, and now they call it graftation. So within that, you have a different type of people on the planet Earth. Right. So when they have that, but they got a different way of living. That's why you have processed food. Processed food is food that's processed so it will be able to assimilate because of their digestive system is not as like those of the original people. We are herbivores. We are not carnivores. We're not supposed to eat meat, but we do. They do, some do. That's not the issue. The issue is what's happening now is that basically we must do some things. And in these things, you got to learn your foundation. So without further ado, you know, I heard the track Sister, Brother, which is Righteous Girls, which I'm getting ready to change the name and promote it differently. Now that I got people into the trap, you fell in my trap with that hip-hop crap, dirty dancing yourself for the horrible act. You got a mental level of a 2-year-old. You fell out of reach and you're never going to go gold. So with that in mind, I'm going to take that. We're going to get this one here. And make this happen. I don't know what happened with that before, why, this and that, but let's keep it moving. Okay, so now you got Psalms 7th chapter, the 5th verse. It says, let's go back one so you'll see. If I have repaid my beings of my being Ra. Ra means disagreeable. Okay? So it says, if I have repaid my being Ra disagreeable to him that was at the shalom, him that was at peace. Okay? Al-Islam with me, I have set him free that is my enemy without any cause. Let my enemy pursue me, my flesh, which is my spirit, and take it, and let him trample my life down upon the planet earth, and lay down my glory in a afar, which is dust. And then it says Selah, and then he falls down in prayer. Arise, O Yahuwah, lift yourself up in your wrath, because of your Ibra, which is your passion, of my enemies, and rose up for me the mishfot, which is the judgment that you have tasawa, commanded of those who you advise. And the Adah, the congregation of the people will surround you about. Therefore, for their sakes, return to Maromi, the highest state on high. O Yahuwah, Yahuwah will pass judgment on the nation of people. O Yahuwah, judge me according to my beings of a zodiac, a zodikit, which means righteous, and according to the Tomi, which is the completeness, integrity of that is within me. Or let the rod, the disagreeable of the Rashu, the wicked one, the wicked come to an end, but establish the order of Zadok, those who are trustworthy. For the Sadukites, the righteous, the Elohim of the Anunnakis, test the Labar, or the heart of the Kalo, the kidneys. My Morgan shield is from the Elohim, the Anunnakis, which Yashar slays those who are Yeshua upright in their labin, which is their heart. Elohim, the Anunnakis, Shaphat, judge as a Sadukite, the righteous, and Elzond denounces the wicked every day. If he does return, he will Latash sharpen his Harib sword. He has bent his bow and sharpened his arrows. He is also established from him the Kili, the weapons of Ma'wef, the death. He makes his arrows against those who hunt him down. Behold, he pledges with iniquity and has conceived sufferings, and Yalid gave birth. Shapur lies sin. He dug a well. He dug a dry well and is falling into the pits which he dug and made. His suffering will return upon his head, and his Komasi violent dealings will descend upon his own head. I will Yada praise a Yahuwah, according to his Zadukite righteousness, and I will Zamor sing praise to the name of Yahweh Elyon, the Most High. Now this is Psalms chapter 8. Let's be getting ready to read right now. To the conductor of the magician Gittit, a wine press. The word Gittit means a wine press. A song of David the beloved. O Yahuwah, our Adonai, Master, how Adir, majestic. The word Adir means majestic. That's why when you say dear something, it means majestic. Majestic is your name in all parts of the planet Earth, who has given you Hudi, splendor above the heavenly skies. The quote below, Psalms 8:2, which states, out of the mouth, which is of babes, Ole Ol Ali, meaning child or boy, and sucklings, which is not Yanag, has thou ordained strength because thy enemies, was also coupled into the New Testament in Matthew 21:16. And it says, Jesus said unto them, ye never read out of the mouth stuma of the babes, napios, and sucklings, that ladzos, thou hast perfected praise. Out of the mouth of babes and their sucklings, thou hast perfected the praise. Adams Clark commentary claims on page 238 that Jesus applied the suckling of the babes to the Jewish children, who, seeing his miracles, cried out in the temple, Hosanna to the Son of David, Matthew 21:9. And the enemy applied to the chief priests and the scribes. The Seventh-day Adventists commentary state that the sense is that puny little man is the babe of creation, yet God has given him strength to rule the world, of which he is such an insufficient part. Out of the all laid the children, and the Yachnak, the nursing, you have found its strength because of your enemies, that you might detest the enemy and those who hold grudges against you. When I, David, the beloved, see your heavenly skies as the Mahashi, the works of your Ashtaba, your fingers. Yehovah created the skies with his physical fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have Kun established, which is a Enocyte human being that are remembrant of him, and the son of the Adamite earthlings that you, Fakhad, visit him, cared for him. Enocytes are a little lower than creation, the Elohim, the Anunnakis. In Psalms 8, chapter 5th verse, it states, "For you have made him a little lower than the angels," which the New Testament copies from the Hebrews 2:7, where it states, "Thou madest him a little lower than the angels," which Schofield reference edition and Ray claim speaks about Jesus being the Son of Man. Also note that the verse 6, Hebrews 2:6, also copy and plagiarized into the New Testament from Psalms 8:4. Notice below the exact translation was copied. And it states, Psalms 8:4, 8th chapter, the fourth and fifth verse. "What is a man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visit him?" Hebrews, second chapter 6-7 says, "What is a man that thou art mindful of him, or the son of man that thou visit him?" It says the exact same thing. So you have Psalms and Hebrew saying the same exact thing. It says, "For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor." Thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, hast crowned him with glory and honor. Enocytes, human beings, were made a little lower than the Elohim. For Enocytes are made of matter, a material. Elohims are etheric. Matter is anything that occupies space, and etheric is a massless medium. An etheric form is the highest form. The Ethereans are the children of the All, who incarnated into the form of an Anunnaki, which is known to many as Elohim or Netiru to the ancient Egyptian, extraterrestrials, or simply extra terra astro, Malik. The Ethereans are the higher forms. Then you have the Igigi. You have the high priest of the Ethereans. And then you have the Anunnaki. You, as a human, your body consists of solids, liquids, and gases. When you die, you return to gas, which is ether. For you have made him, the Enocyte, humans, being a Mahat, little, Kashari, lower than the Elohim, the Anunnakis, and Atar crowned him with Kabodi, glory, and Hador, honor. You made him the Enocyte, the human beings, to have Marshal, or Marshal, or Marshan, or Marshal, which is power, over the Mahashe, the works of your hands. You have seats, or placed all things under his regal, or his feet. All the sheep, the oxen, the behemoth, the non-speaking mammals of Sade, the outer field, the birds of the sky, the fish of the sea, and whatever crosses through the rock, the pass of the Yom. Yom means the sea. Oh, a Yahuwah, our Doni master, how a deer. A deer means majestic. Is your name in all parts of the planet Earth. The word marshal means power. The word adir or deer means majestic. Now it says, I will praise your name. To the conductor of the musicians of the depth of the song of David, the beloved, I will praise you. O Yahuwah, with all my heart, I will count all the marvelous things you have done. I will give a glad declaration and be proud because of you. I will zamar, sing praises in your name. O ye Elyon Most High. When my enemies are returned back, they will stumble and vanish at the Farnim, the presence of your face. For you have done my mishpat, my judgment, my right, and my deed, my deen, my judge. You, Yashab, sat in the Kisei, the throne, the Shaphat, judging as a zodiac of the righteous. You have Gawar, scolded the Goi, the Gentile nations. You have made the Rashal, the wicked, vanish from in front of you. You wiped out their name of Olam, the everlasting and ever. Our enemies are completely laid to waste forever, and you have not pushed, rooted, destroyed your enemies, cities. The remembrance of them vanished with them. But a Yahuwah, not the Yahuwah who dwell in Olam, the everlasting. He has established his Kasi, his throne of Mishpat, judgment. He will Shaphat, judge the whole Tabari, the whole world as a zodiac. With righteousness, he will deem past judgment on the Lihomi, the people, the Mashur, the uprightly, with justice. A Yahuwah will also be a place of safety for the oppressed. He will be a Mishag, a place of safety in times of trouble, and they will know your name. They that know your name will put their trust in you. For you, a Yahuwah, have not abandoned them that Daresh seek you. Sing praises to Yahuwah, which Yashab dwells in Zion, the set up fortress. Make his deeds known among the nation of people. Yahweh speaks for blood. And when he, Dorash, seeks for dawn, which is blood, he, Zaka, remembers them. He did not forget the cry of the Anim, the humble. Oh, Yahuwah, have Karnan, mercy on me. You that raise me up from the Shahar, gates of my way, death. See my trouble which I suffer from them that hate me, that I may count all your praising in the gates of the daughters of Zion. Set up fortress, I will give in your salvation. The Goy, the Gentile nation, has shrunken in the pit. Their feet are caught in the reseth, the net that they hide. A Yahuwah is known by the mishpat, the judgment which he does. The wicked is snared after cock, the palms of his own hands. Chanting in a low voice, Selah, fall down and pray. And the wicked and all the Goy, the Gentile nations that forgot Elohim, the Anunnakis, will return to Shul, the underworld. For the needy will not always be forgotten. The taqwa, the expectation of the poor will not vanish forever. Arise, O Yahuwah, do not let the Enochites become strong, and let the Goy, Gentile nation, be Shaphat, judged in front of your face. Place the Goy nation in fear, that they may know that they are nothing but Enochites. Sifra, fall down and pray. Chapter 10. Give justice to the righteous. O Yahuwah, why are you standing so far off? Why do you Olam hide when we are in times of trouble? The wickedness in his pride hunts down the poor. Taken in by the news of the council that they have plotted against. For the wicked praises his spirit's desires, and bless those who were cut off, whom a Yahuwah nawaits or rejects. Through the heights of his wrath, the wicked will not seek after Elohim. Elohim, the Anunnaki, are not in all his mzimmoa, or his thoughts. He twists his ways all the time. Your mishpat, your judgments are maromi on high, beyond his reach. He puffs at all his enemies. He has said in his heart, I will not be shaken, for my generations will never be disagreeable. His mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and threats. Under his tongue is suffering, and he sits in the ambush places of the village, in the mishwa, the hiding place. He kills the innocent. So hiding against the unfortunate. He lies in wait in the mishwa, the hiding places, as a lion in his lair. He lies in wait to seize the poor, and he does seize the poor when he draws him into his net. He crushes and shakha bows himself down, prostrates himself as in a lyre, so that he unfortunately may fall by his strong ones. He says, El has forgotten. He will never see it. Arise, O Yahuwah. So lift up your hand. Do not shakha, forget the anim, the humble. Wherefore does the wicked reject Elohim, the Anunnakis? He has said in his heart, you will not seek it, but you do seek, for you notice suffering and grief, to give it a helping hand. The Khalika, the unfortunate, leaves himself to you, for you are the helper of those who are Yathomi, fatherless. Break the arms of the wicked and the the disagreeable persons. Doresh, which means seek out his wickedness until you find no more. Yahuwah is the Malik, he is the ruler of Olam. Olam is everlasting and ever. The Goy, the Gentile nations are bad, they perish out of his part of the planet Earth. Yahuwah, not the Yahuwah. You have heard the desire of the Arneh, or the humble. You will establish their heart, and you will cause their ears to listen. The Shaphat, judge, the Yathomi, the fatherless, and the ones that is in a dak, a low state, oppressed, that the Enocytes of the planet Earth may not be terrified anymore. Chapter 11, loves the zodiac. Zadik. To the conductor of the music, a song of David, the beloved, I put my kashar trust. How do you say to my flesh, my spirit, nude, wander as a bird to your heart? For the wicked bends their bow and establish their arrows upon its string, that they may shoot in Ophel, gloomness, darkness, without being seen at the Yashar, the upright in heart. If the columns are overthrown, what can the Zoduk, righteous do? A Yahuwah is in his Hakal, his temple, his Kadesh. A Yahuwah Kasei, throne, is in the skies. His ain, his eyes perceive, and his his eyelids. Bachan, sons of the Adamites, the earthlings. Yahuwah tests the righteous. A Yahuwah, Bachan, tests the Zaduk, the righteous. But he, Sharneh, hates the spirit of the wicked, and him that loves Comoros, violence. He will rain snares, flames, and brimstones on the wicked, and the smokeless fire of the Ruach, the soul of the wind. This will be the portion of the cup of the wicked. As for the Zaduk, the righteous, Yahuwah, Ahab, love zodiacs in righteousness. His Fahim, his face, Kazor, perceive, Yahshua, upright. Chapter 12, Yahuwah, sayings are pure. To the conductor of the musicians playing on the Sheminith, the 8th octave, of David the beloved, save us, O Yahuwah. For there are no more Kasi, chosen men. For the faithful ones have disappeared from among the sons of the Adamites, the earthlings. All of the male living beings speak Shah, falsehood. With their friends they speak with Kalu lips and with a double heart. And Yahuwah will cut off all their Kalku, their parted lips, and those who use their tongue to speak great things against him, who have said, our words will make us great. Our speech is our own, and who is the Adonai master over us? Now I will rise up, a Yahuwah, for the Shodi, oppressor of the poor, and the crying of the needy. I will place him in Yasha, for those who puff at him. The saying of a Yahuwah are Tahori, they are pure, Imra, utterances. They are as silver, fire in the furnace of the planet Earth, Zachak, purified. A Yahuwah will keep them. We will keep them from this wicked generation of Olam, of everlasting. The Rasha, the wicked surrounding of Zaluth, the worthless, the Adamites earthen when they are exalted. Chapter 13, a Yahuwah, how long? To the conductor of the musician, a song of David, the beloved. A Yahuwah, how long will you forget me? How long will you, Shafar, conceal your Fanim face from me? How long will I place counsel in my spirit, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long will my enemies be exalted over me? Oh, a Yahuwah, my Elo, look and answer me. Bright light upon my eyes, unless I, Yeshem, sleep, the spell of sleep, Mawuth, death. Unless my enemy said, I have overcome against him, and thou is that troubled me excludes when I am shaken. But I have put my Batak, trust in your chesed, your kindness, and my heart will exalt in your Yeshua, salvation. I will sing to a Yahuwah because he has Garmal, repaid me. 14, the fools. To the conductor of the musician, a song of David, the beloved. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Elohim, there is no Anunnaki. The fools are corrupted, and they have done abominable things, for there is none of them that does what is Toby, what is agreeable. A Yahuwah, shall kaf, look down from the Shamahim, the skies, upon the sons of the Adam, the earthling, to see if they were any shakal, intelligent, enough that Darash sought the Elohim, the Anunnakis. Departed. Altogether they have become morally corrupted. And there is none amongst them that does Toby, agreeable things. No, not even one. Have all the doers of iniquity your dad? No. Who eats up my nation of people as they eat bread, and does not call upon a Yahuwah? There the fools were in dreadful trembling fear. For Elohim, the Anunnaki, is in Dori, generation of the order of the zodiacs. With righteousness. You have put a yatsor, a council of the army, the humble, to bush, shame. Because a Yahuwah is his Mahashi, his shelter. Oh, given that the salvation of Israel ascend to El, that is Jacob's children, come out of Zion. Fortress, Jacob, supplanter, execute, will give a glad declaration when a Yahuwah returns his nation of people out of Shabut, captivity. Chapter 15, who will dwell in Kadesh? A song of David, the beloved. Oh, a Yahuwah. Who will sojourn in your Ohel, tabernacle? Who will dwell in your Kadesh, your holy, your Har, your mountain? He that walks, Tamim, complete, and does as a Saduk, with righteousness, and speaks the emeth, the truth in his heart. He that does not spy with his tongue, nor fashions any disagreeable acts against his friends, nor lifts up a disgrace against those who are close to him. Eyes, a mawus, contempted person is Bazal, despised. But he honors those that fear a Yahuwah. He that Shabbat swears to his own disagreeableness and does not change. He that does not give his money to interest against the innocent. And he that does these things will be for Olam, everlasting, shaken. Chapter 16, O El, child of David, the beloved, keep me, O El, for in you do I put my kashar, my trust. O my ruach, my soul, you have said to a Yahuwah, not the Yahuwah. You are my Adoni, master, my Toby, agreeableness, extend to you. But to the Kodesh, the holy ones, in the planet Earth, and to the Adir, the majestic, in whom I put all my pleasure, their pain will be multiplied quickly after worshiping another. I will not nor stop pour out their nesek, their drink offerings, or take up their names in my speech. O Yahuwah is the portion of my share and of my cup. Behold my lot. The lines have fallen to me in the pleasant places. Shafar, beautiful Nakhala possession. I will Barak bless a Yahuwah who has given me Yawat's advice. Ma kal Yao My reigns also, your soul educates me in the shadow our seasons. Said a Yahuwah in front of me, because he is at my right hand, I will not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, he exalts. My bashar, my skin and my flesh, will also shakhan, dwell in Baktat, safety. For you will not leave my nefesh, my spirit, and show the underworld, neither will you give your special ones to see the pit. You will let me know the path of life. In your face is the fullness of joy. Naween, pleasant things are at the right hand forevermore. Chapter 17. Hear my cry. David, the beloved, cry for help. Hear the Zaduk's righteous. Yahuwah, listen to my ringing cry. Give ear to my cry for help that does not come out deceitful speech. Let my mishpat, my judgment, come forth out from the presence of your face, and let your eyes behold the things that are upright. Khan tested my heart. You have for visited, cared for me in the shadow hours. Me, you will find nothing. My words will come out of my mouth are planned, so I will not cross over. Concerning the doings of the Adamites, the earthlings, for the words of your speech I have kept myself from the path of the Feritz, the breaker. Hold up my steps in your path, that my footsteps do not shake. O El, I have called upon you, for you will answer me. Stretch out your ears to me and hear my utterances. Show the Keshed kindness of your doings. O you who save those who put their trust in you by your right hand from those that raise up against them. Keep me as the Ishani, a pupil of the daughter's eyes. Shathar, counsel me under the tassel, the shadow of protection of your naf, your wings. Facing the wicked that violently destroys me, from the spirit of my enemies who compass around me. They are enclosed in their own fatness, and they speak proudly with their mouths. They have surrounded us in our steps. They have placed their eyes stretched down to the planet Earth, like a lion longing to tear his prey in pieces. And it was a young lion sitting at the Mishwa, the hiding place. Arise, Yahuwah, go before him, that you are in front of him, and Kara, kneel him down, that my flesh spirit escape from the wicked, which is your Kareb, your sword. O Yahuwah, from the person which are your hands, from the math, the person of the world which you have their share in this physical life, and whose whose womb you filled with satisfaction with your hidden treasures. There are Shabal, satisfied with their sons, and they leave the rest of their substance to their children. As for me, I will behold your face as a Sadiq with righteousness. I will be Shabbat, satisfied when I awake with your Timono, your likeness. Chapter 18. A song of victory. Psalm was a Benjamite, son of Kish, and he Noam, the first ruler of Israel. And that's in the book 1 Samuel 10th verse, first chapter. The name Saul means desired. That's in the book of Psalms 18th chapter in the first verse. Saul, he was born in Gibeah. Samuel 10th chapter 26th verse. And appointed as the ruler over the Israelites by the prophet Samuel. That's in the 1 Samuel's 11th chapter, the 15th verse. He tried to run from his responsibilities. That's in 1 Samuel 10th verse, 24th to the 26th verse. But he soon had to face them. When the Philistines sought battle against the town of Jabesh Gilead, and that's in 1 Samuel, the 11th chapter, the 9th verse, and the 12th chapter, the 2nd verse. After 2 years of his reign, he started going against the words of Samuel. Now Samuel was the prophet that made him a king. So in sorcery, the prophet Samuel sought another ruler. In secrecy, they sought another ruler for Israel, which was David's son of Jesse. So the one in secrecy was David. That's in 1 Samuel 13th chapter 14th verse. So Saul reigned for 20 years over Israel until he committed suicide in a battle against the Philistines. That's 1 Corinthians 10th verse, 4th chapter. 1 Samuel 31st chapter. First book of Samuel, 31st chapter, 4th verse. Rather than to be defeated, he committed suicide. To the conductor of the musician, a song of David the beloved, Ebed, the slave of a Yahuwah, who spoke to a Yahuwah. The words of this song in the day of a Yahuwah caused him to escape from the palm of the hands of all his enemies, and from the hand of Saul, which means desired. And he said, I will show Racham, mercy, to you, O Yahuwah, not. You, Yahuwah, you are my strength. The Aramic Hebrew word in Psalms 18:2, meaning shield, comes from the Aramic Hebrew root word magen, M-A-G-E-N, meaning shield, which in Ashuric Arabic is Magan, meaning shield. The shield of David, called in Aramic Hebrew Magan Dawid, the son of Jesse and Hilma, should be called the shield of Abraham, Morgan Abraham, where it was first called in Genesis 15th chapter, the 1st verse, where Yahuwah states, and I quote, fear not, Abraham, I am your shield, Morgan. Protected David throughout his life. It is also a hexagram, meaning hex 6, and gram, that which is written. Unit of weight. The Magan shield represents the two covenants mentioned in the Torah with Ishmael, which is Genesis 17th chapter, face. One facing up, the other one with Isaac, Genesis 15th chapter, 18th verse, facing down. As above, so below. This is also a symbol of the great pyramids of Nubia. Here we get the 6-pointed star. The Jews claim that this is their symbol. However, Their six-pointed star interlocks. As a star, it would be a symbol of the sun. That is sun worship. As in Amun, the Egyptian deity who became Amun Ra, while their prayers ended in Amin and began at sunrise. The Muslims also worship Amun Ra with the system of their religion following the apparent rising and setting of the sun and the use of the moon and the five-pointed star shield of Solomon. A Yahuwah is my sailor. The word sailor is cliff, and my sud, my fortress, and my means of falat. My means falat means escape. My el, my tesor, my rock. The word tesor means rock, in whom I am, in whom I will kashor. The word kashor means trust. My Mogan shield and the Karen, my horn of my Yasha, my salvation, and my Mishgreb, my refuge. I will call upon a Yahuwah who is worthy to be halal praised. So I will be Yasha saved from my enemies. The ropes of death encompassed me, and the valleys of worthless males made me afraid. The Hebel, ropes of Shul, the underworld, surround me, and the Mukashi, the traps of death, confronted me. In my enemy I called upon a Yahuwah, and to my Elo. He heard my voice out of his Hakal, the tabernacle, and my cry came in front of him, even into his ears. Then the part of the planet Earth shook and quaked, and the foundations of Ha, the mountains, feared and was shaken, because a Yahuwah was angry. The Allah ascended, Ashan smoke out of his af, or his nostrils, Aish flame out of his fair mouth, coals was kindled by it. A Yahuwah descended down to earth. In Psalms, the book of Psalms 18:9, it mentions that the Yahuwah of Psalms 18:6 came down. He bowed the heavens also and came down Yorad, and darkness under his feet, Regel. And the Aramic Hebrew word used here is Yarad, meaning go or come down, descend. And thus the same word is being used in Genesis 11 chapter, the 5th verse, where it mentions that a Yahuwah, Yorad, came or descended down to see the city and the tower. If you look further down in Genesis 11:7, it mentions come, let us. And the us is the Hebrew word na, which is a plural meaning Elohim. Not just one Elo went down to earth and Baalau confounded or confused their Babylonians language. This is the same Yahuwah mentioned in Samuel chapter 22 verse 10, where it says he bowed the heavens, Shemahim also, and came down Yorad, and darkness under his feet, Regel. And make note that this is the exact same quote as in Psalms 18:19. In the Quran 89:22, it says, Thy Lord Rabuka cometh Jaya. The Arabic word Jaya, a future tense form, literally means to come from one place to another. So the Quran is saying that Allah is coming himself. This Allah, who is also called Yahuwah, which is Yarad, to Moses in Exodus 19th verse upon Mount Sinai. And in Numbers, the book of Numbers, 11th chapter, 25th verse, Yahuwah came down, Yarad, to Moses in a cloud. Cloud or crab that he used in Exodus 13th chapter 21st verse to guide the children of Israel in the wilderness as a pillar of cloud by day, of fire by night. I hope I don't have to go into what clouds are to prove my point. Refer to scroll number 91, Mysteries Clouds Are There UFOs? He, Natar, the word Natar means stretched out. The Samahim, the word Samahim means skies. Also, and Yarad descended down, and Arafo, the thick darkness was under his regal, which means his feet. The cherubim, as mentioned in Psalms 18:10, where it states, and he rode upon a cherub and did fly, upon the wings of the wind, Anaki Elohim of the lesser light, as mentioned in Genesis 3:24, where it states, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. Are the second order of the angelic beings. The cherubims are the second order of the angelic beings, of the angelic hierarchy. The symbol was of the Carib, meaning the near ones, or the Karubi of the Assyrians, Karab, the bull-headed with the extended wings in Egypt in front of the Noahs as protectors, faces of men, bodies of bulls, with the extended wings, disagreeable angelic beings, the wicked ones. They are the reflection of the amber-colored light. This is called nard or fire. 200 of these cherubim fell from grace with Samael's holy Injil revelations, 7th through the 9th verse. Those other titles were Iblis or Satan. Because of their revolt against the creation of Cadman, who is Adam, some of the cherubim repented to serve the Heavenly Father anew, and now guard the gates of paradise. There are 5 major classes of cherubim, which are, the first one is called Jan. Jan, who are the vice masters of the jinns, from Aldebaran, located in Taurus constellations. Jania. Jania is the female malevolent beings or hordes from Aldebaran constellation. Also, you have Shaitan. Shaitan is a physical race of malevolent beings from Pleiades, the 7-star, 7-sun constellation, and Arcturus, the 3-star constellation. You have Merid, the most powerful race of jinn, also known as Greys. You have Ifrit of giants and powerful jinns, which are also called reptilians. All of these have subgroups of races. Note that all the use of angels and wings throughout the Old and New Testament stories was taken from the wings on the Egyptian deities, as well as the wings on both sides of the sun disk of Ra. That is also found in the Sumerian tablets. And he, Rochab, rode upon the cherub or the cherub, the disagreeable angelic beings, and did off or fly. Yeah, he did dawa, fly swiftly upon the Kanof, the wings, by way of the Ruach, the soul of the wind in a craft. And Yahuwah made Hashek, darkness, his Shatha, his secret, his hiding place, his Sukkot, place of booths, surrounding him where Hashak, dark, made him waters, thick clouds of Shachak, then dust clouds. And the Noga, the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds crossed, hailstones and coals of fire. Yahuwah also, Rowan, thundered in the Shemahim skies, and Elion, the Most High, gave his voice, hailstones and coals of flame. Yet he set out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out Barak, lightnings, and put them in Hamam, commotion. Then the channels of the waters were seen, and the Masado, the foundations of the Tabali, the world, were galore, uncovered at your reproof. O Yahuwah, at the Neshama, the breath of the Ruach, the soul of your off your nostrils. A Yahuwah sent from Maromi on high. He Lakak took me. He Mashar drew me out of many Mahim or waters. Shah delivered me from my strong enemies, and from them which Shane hated me. Which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but a Yahuwah was my Mishane, my support. A Yahuwah brought me into Makiba, which is a movable throne. A Yahuwah, Yashar, brought me forth into a Makiba. A Makiba is a movable throne. He, Karlat, set me free because he delighted in me. A Yahuwah was repaid, as he paid me according to me being a Zaduk with righteousness, and according to Bori, pureness of my hands. He has returned to me recompensation, for I have kept the derek, I have kept the ways of a Yahuwah, and did not depart wickedly from my Elah. All his mishpat, his judgments were in front of me. I did not put his Kolkwa ordinances away from me. I became Tamim, complete in front of him. I've kept myself from my guilt. Yahuwah has returned my recompensation according to my being a Sadukite with righteousness, and according to the Bori, the pureness of my hands in his eyes. Those who are chesed, chosen amongst you, you will show yourself merciful to him. And with a Gabori, a mighty one, being complete, you will show yourself complete to him. With those who are Bara, purified, you will show yourself purified. And with those who are Ikheshi, perverse, you will show yourself twisted to them. Yashah, save the Ane, the humble, the nation of people, but will lower their raised eyes. For you will already light my lamp, Yahuwah, my Elo will enlighten my darkness. I have ran through an attack for you, and by my Elo I have leaped over a wall. His ways are Tamim, complete. The Imra, the utterance of a Yahuwah, in fire. He is a Mogan, a shield to all those who put their kashar, their trust in him. For who is Eloha? None besides Yahuwah. Or who is Tashor, the rock? Or putting aside our Elohim. It is El that girds me with Chayil, vigorous strength, and make me Tamim, complete. He sets my feet to resemble a deer's feet up upon mile high places. Yahuwah taught hands to do battle. He, Lamad, or he taught my hands to do Melchama battle. So that a bow of brass is pressed down by my arms. You also given me the Megan shield of Yesha, salvation, and you have Sawad strengthened me, and your Anwa, humility, has made me become greater than I am. You have enlarged my place under me so that my ankles do not slip. You have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I return until they were all ruined. I have severely wounded them so that they were not able to overcome enough to rise up under my feet. For you have gritted me with chayya, vigorous strength. To the Makhama battle, you have made them that rise up against me to Korah, to kneel under me. You have also given me the necks of the enemies that I may put an end to them that hate me. They cry out loud for help, but there was not one found to Yahshua save them, even a Yahuwah, for he did not answer them. Then I beat them very fine and small as afar dust in front of the hole of the wind. But I did not empty them out as the clay outside. You have made me escape the strife, the controversy amongst the nation of people, and you put me as the head of the Goy nation, the Am nation of people, who I do not know, slave me. As soon as Shammai news come to their ears about me, my words, the sons of my Nakhar, foreigners, will not deny themselves against me. The sons of Nakhar, the foreigners, fall away, and they will be shaken from fear. 42 places. A Yahuwah still Kahi lives, and may my rock be blessed, and let of my salvation be exalted. It is El that avenges me and speaks to me, the the nation of people under me. He has caused me to escape from amongst my enemies, above those that rise up against me. And you have caused me to escape from the violent male living beings. Oh, Yahuwah, I will give praise to you, the Gentile nation, and Zamar, sing praises to your name. He gives great salvation to his Malik, his ruler, and does shed kindness for his Mashik, Messiah, to David, the beloved, and to his Zerah. The word Zerah is seed. Forever and for Olam. The word Olam is everlasting. So all this that's being read to you is the word that make manifest in you. So you will achieve. You will rise up out of yourself. You will reach out and grab this energy. Hallelujah. Say hallelujah. You got to say hallelujah. Release those demons in you. Hallelujah. Release the demons in you that you have created for yourself through neglect. Hallelujah. Release the demons in you. Hallelujah. Be a part. Special force. Get in line. Get in tune. Those who have lied to you and kept you running in a circle. And this circle now will be turned inside out. And those who are real will be real. And those who are not real will stay unreal. We are 19 of 150 chapters of the book of Psalms. After we read 19 chapters, we'll see the glory of El. Now people want to know what's going on. Who is El? The glory of El is the host of the planet. The glory of El is the source of the planet. And we're talking about energy. We're talking about spirits. In the last days, spirit and truth. We're talking about the truth. We're not talking about fantasy. We're not talking about belief. We're talking about being Eli. Be Eli in evolution, not belief and doubt. Those who took that path, they chose that path because they could not resist it. I rebuke all those who are weak. I rebuke all those who are not truthful, those who do not appreciate. You do have a situation on both ends, but that situation is controlled by the Most High. And the Most High has given you the power to be a part of that continual rule for Olam, forever and ever, for every generation. But you must learn. You just cannot do what you want to do. You just cannot be who you think you are because your imagination has left you outside of the truth. There has been someone waiting for you to bring you back home as like a reconnaissance mission. You are who you are. And you must rise up to be better. The glory of El, to the conductor of the musicians, a song of David, the beloved. The Shamahim, the skies count the glory of El, and the Ashtabel, Rakia, the fulfillment makes it known of the doings of his hands. Day to day he gushes forth his speeches, and shadow hours to shadow hours he kawa. He breathes out and shows his dahat, his knowledge. There is no utterance or speech where their voice is not heard. The measuring line has gone forth throughout all the parts of the planet Earth, and their speeches to the end of Tabali, the world. In them he has set, tabernacle for the sun, which is a Kathan, the son-in-law, comes forth out of his canopy, and display his joy as a Gabori, a mighty one, to run a path. He goeth forth, his goeth forth is from the ends of the skies, and his circus to the ends of it, and there is nothing that is concealed from the heat of the sun. The Torah, the law of the Yahuwah, is the Tamain, the complete, which returns the Nefesh spirit, and the Adut, the testimony of a Yahuwah, is the Amen, the faithful, making the simple become Halkam, wise. The Fakud, precepts of a Yahuwah, are Yashar, upright, giving glad tidings to the heart. The Mishra, the commandments of a Yeshua, is Bar, which is pure, enlightening his eyes. The fear of a Yahuwah is Tahari, clean, which stands forever. The Mishra, the judgment of a Yahuwah, are Emet, truth, as a Zaduk, and righteous altogether. They are all desired more than gold, and much more than false, pure, refined gold, also sweeter than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them your Eve slaves are warned, and in keeping of them there are many consequences. Who can Benny overstand his errors? Clear me from concealed faults. Keep your Ebed, your slave, back also from Zadid, presumptuous. Let them not have power over me. I will then be complete, and I will be free from many wrong acts. O Yahuwah, Nakar, foreigners, my Tesor, rock, my rescuer, let the words of my mouth and my Hagar, Goyoni, chantings in a low voice from my heart be pleasurable to you in the presence of your face. Chapter 20, Victory. To the conductor of the musician, a song of David the beloved, a Yahuwah not the Yahuwah, will answer you in the day of troubles, and the name of Elo, of Jacob, the supplanter, is too high for you. A Yahuwah sends help from the Kadesh, the holy sanctuary, and Sawad, strengthening us out of Zion, set up fortress. Remember all your minkha, your meat offerings, and pronounce your blood, O Lord, your burnt offerings, your fat of the feast, Shelah, fall down and pray. Give according to your own heart's desire, and fulfill all your aksor, your counsels. We will shout for joy and your shore, your salvation. In the name of, we will set up our banners.
A Yahweh will fulfill all of your petitions. Now I know that a Yahweh saves his Mashik, his anointed Messiah. He will answer him from his Kadesh, his holy skies, with the Yasha, saying, Gabori, mighty one of his right hand. Some of them put their trust in chariots, and some put their trust in horses. But we will Zachar remember the name of Yahuwah, Elohim, our Elo. There are Korah knelt down and not far fallen. But we are rising, and Ud sternly warned, Yasha, save. Let the ruler Malik answer us the day we call. Chapter 21, I praise you. To the conductor of the musician, a song of David, beloved, O Yahuwah, the ruler will give a glad declaration in you, strength, and in your Yeshua salvation, how greatly will be exalted. You have given him his heart's Tahawa, desire, and have not withheld the request of his speech, Selah. Fall down and pray. For you confronted him with barakah, blessings, of Toby, agreeableness, and you place a Tara, a crown, or a Fars, pure refined gold upon his head. He asked Kahi, life of you, and you gave it to him, even the length of your days, for Olam, everlasting and forever. His glory is great in your Yeshua, salvation. You have set upon him holy splendor, Hador, honor. You have placed him most blessed forever. You have made him exceedingly joyous with the presence of your face. For the Malik ruler, Batak, trusted in a Yahuwah, and through the kindness of Elyon Most High, he will not be shaken. Your hands will find out all your enemies. Your right hand will find out those that hate you. You will place them as a flammable oven in the time of the presence of your face. A Yeshua will swallow them up in his wrath, and the flame will eat them. Their fruit will you vanish from that part of the planet Earth, and their yielding seed from among their children of Adamite earthlings. For they stretched out disagreeableness against you, and they plotted mischievously, Benzinma, thoughts which they are not able to overcome to perform. Therefore, you will make them turn their shoulders when you will establish your arrows upon your strings against their face. A Yahuwah became room exalted in your own Uzi, your strength. So we will sing and sing praises to your Gabori, your mighty one. Chapter 22, David's Crucifixion. Many Christians claim the verses of Psalms was written by Jesus. Yet how can a man be at his point of death and think about quoting quotes of someone else? Are you saying that when Jesus came into the world, he was prophesied to say the same statement of David's crucifixion as mentioned in Psalms 22:1, when David states, my God, Eli, why hast thou also forsaken me? It's the same statement that Jesus so-called states in the cross in Matthew 27:46 when it says, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, forsaken me. Why Have you forsaken me? That is to say, my God Theos, why hast thou forsaken me? In Chatat Lipo, the story of Jesus' crucifixion, as fabricated by Christians, was a replica of the true story of David's crucifixion. Now, David was crucified in the book of Mark, chapter 2, verse 25, because he was a tyrant, which caused him to lose the respect of his people. He danced the streets naked, 2 Samuel 6:14-16, got Uriah, Bathsheba's husband, killed, 2 Samuel 12, chapter 9, verse, and of his intense homosexual involvement was Saul's son Jonathan, 20 verse 20 chapter 41st verse. So now, where is it that states they cried together and they kissed one another? David's downfall was disobeying the commandments of Yahuwah, given to Abraham and his seed not to marry the daughters of the Canaanites. In Genesis 24:3, and marrying Bathsheba, daughter of Eliam, which resulted in Solomon being a mulatto, or as they describe him in Songs of Solomon, as having a complexion which is clear to be ivory, and his hair in the Song of Solomon is black but like of a raven, which would be straight haired, not woolly. They refer to him back in Songs of Solomon 5:10 as white, which is Tuskesk, and Ribby, which is Oldman, which means reddish. Elohim, the father of Bathsheba, was a Gibnonite, Enonite, from the children of Heth, as mentioned in Genesis 23rd chapter, the 5th verse, who were from the Canaanite tribes that lived in and around Hebron. David committed adultery with Bathsheba and sent her husband Uriah into the front line to be killed. And that's in the book of 2 Samuel, the 11th chapter, 14 to 15 verse. Now David was crucified, and make note of the similarity in Jesus, the so-called crucifixion, and by way of the concept for crucifixion was taken from the Egyptians, Romans, as mentioned in El's Holy Quran, 45th ayat, 71st, 45th surah, 71st ayat. When the Pharaohs say, and I will have you crucified on the trunks of palm trees. David was also crucified on a tree, as the custom of the Israelites, according to Deuteronomy 21st chapter, the 22nd and the 23rd verse, which state that a man that has committed a sin and is hung, which is called Torah, on the tree Ates, is cursed of the Elohim. And this Aramic Hebrew word for tree, Ates or Atsa, used in Genesis 2:9 for the tree Attis of good, Toby, and evil, Ra, which Kadam and Nicobar partook of. The Ashuric or Syriac Arabic word is Asa, meaning stick. And we know that Jesus was not cursed for what he did, as it states in John 19:4 and Luke 23:14. But David was accursed for what he did. Crucified at 12 noon on the Sabbath, and Jesus was supposed to be crucified at the 6th hour in Psalm 22:16 and the book of John 19 chapter 14 verse. It states they purged, or Korah, which means purse, my hands, which is Yad, my feet, which is Rigo. This would also applied to Jesus as mentioned in the book of John, 19, chapter 37 verse, where it states, and again another scripture saith, they shall look upon him whom they pierced. And as you can see, it's even clear in Psalms that it is in John, because they literally declared they pierced his hands and my feet rather than just they pierced him, while Christians proudly parade the crucifixion of a man pierced in his hands and his feet. So if you don't have that Psalms 22:16, how would the artist have decided where he was pierced? 22:18 it states, they part my garments amongst them, and cast lots upon my vesture. And it also supposedly of Jesus in Matthew 27:35, where it states, and parted garments, casting lots. They parted my garments amongst them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. They can see clearly that this was taken from Psalms. With the last breath, David said, I thirst. And Jesus said in John chapter 19:28 verse, I thirst. In Psalm 69:21, David was given vinegar. They gave me also gall, which is rush, for my meat, but Ruth. And in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink, which is exactly what they copied and said that Jesus said to Matthew 27:34, where it states, they gave him vinegar, uzus, to drink, mingled with gall, Calais. The above quotes in the New Testament are taken directly from the Psalms, and it's clear that the Christian crucifixion story was really the crucifixion of David. The soma drink given to David enabled a death-like state for several days, and to awaken afterwards into an exhilarated state that lasted a few more days. After David was given the soma, they assumed that he was dead, so they did not break his legs. This is also mentioned about Jesus in John 19, chapter 30, verse, where it states, by when they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs. David was pierced in his side by Nusu with his hasta, as mentioned in Psalms 22:14. I am pure water, which exactly the same adapted story of Jesus in John 19, chapter 31st verse, where it says, but one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his sides, and forthwith came there out blood and water. Thus the point remains that this is not a recording of Jesus' so-called crucifixion, but the actual crucifixion of David after he committed his homosexual act with Saul's son Jonathan, as found in 1 Samuel 20, chapter 40 verse. In fact, Jesus was not crucified, but another was in his place, Judas, and you have to refer to the scroll number 52. Was Christ really crucified? And 360 questions to ask a Christian. My El, why hast thou left me?
I'm going to take a little break right here. Yeah. Let me get some music coming up here. Right now, take a identification break. Yeah.
Shalom, shalom.
Family and tribes. They put the race in so they can control the whole thing.
Okay. So we're gonna do this like this.
Yeah. You see, almost to this day, 20 years ago, I was chosen to send a first lady.
I'll be right back.
Not as many men was one that was chosen. many responsibilities that we need. As the first of the second movement of the living dead, my job was to observe and establish a major link around America. Knowledge. Watch the so-called right white to find out their motives for not black people. Somehow, quote, work up to the truth around reality. The body was burnt down, almost destroyed. And years after I was told the reason why. This man said, "If I am one blood that is black." But hey, times and black organization of people have been lost, you know, you do not get old if you take care of it. This knowledge to maintain your body upon your capture 1,500 years cross-threaded. If you commit, what about the middle nation? Life and people relax. Job and the program. And the like white of the why that yeah. This is called getting a term. Writing knowledge. Other programs are called those who profess to know. Family. Wages. That was as I prevail on while we have the nation of people about home. From our 20 states, United States of America, we people are the descendants of the first lady who was nation, meaning attitude. And now we lease the flags of the world. Those who are righteous do what they know is good to think that they are in trouble. These people who will see some get the same thing that will and friends. Looking for make a determination of the evidence, and many of the original people spirit of proven taken everything. Yes, I have been influenced by those who kept the faith of God and the black man. For people who have given their dignity, did not make any difference with mother, father, have learned from my every child has the right to have good children of all the people give those gifts to myself. I have to find a cure that help those souls. I had to see if there were any way these children hurt by the attitude was going to be an environment that was helping our home. After eliminating the evil forces that were escaping me, establishing well-rounded, fun-type activities, ensure a meeting place and an exercise. After the release of this writing, we began to establish a hall place of exercise. There was a question that was asked the other day. The question was, why do I teach hate? First of all, why do I teach hate? Okay, the second, but you have to have hate in you to teach it. I come from love, the hate part. Okay, you love. If you got love, you worry about the hate part. And love, like hate. And that's what they told us here. I don't like them. And they look around and see what you can tell me. You know, people do good for me. That's just how we be. Okay? But then my genes love and must take our place. And built all the many great empires that they try and imitate. This of the earth, great in the world. Keep righteousness as we the church, it the sun of light rays on those who are willing to. You see, this country, the United States of America, tries daily to erase races that let this country become one of the strongest countries in the world. The United States of America has managed to trick many powerful leaders in the black community. These handful of so-called leaders and their families now suffering because they are falling to the trap of the oppressors, man, those from the leaders worshiping their God. Their God is poor, young, black brothers. Jesus, name, Jesus is used. Many interpretations told of many great Jesus is a crucifix that is put in front of a word and adored. Other bring back death like two-thirds brain. Back is like a circle. Turn around. It was described that people are accustomed to. And we know that they are trying to bring back an army of people to serve under them. The black army house worshiping the dead are not able to serve the living and the dead. Presidents, listen to the dead music. You're wasting your time, not even here, watching movies and all kind of these black leaders spell. If you ask the world what would what a letter, have you ever what a letter, you know what is the difference between letters and numbers, they're both the same. One is give your mind an amount for this that you control your thoughts and actions. What are you saying? What am I saying? To you that you are very deep trying to spell. This spell was done to you. Your mother, father, your brain is systematically put this building with birds. Take it from everyone. Notice the leaders you some of the people, there was only one or two that we as people was a great day. Just look at the world you live in. So called for all the heathen they so you're the account. The billing system